activation. Conscious stimulation for the nation. Are you on your P's and Q's? Am I? Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out. You dig? How you guys doing out there in the cyber world? Hope everybody is doing good. Peace and blessings be upon ya. Real talk. But anyway, before I even get started, just want to let y'all know the spirits is high. I hope y'all spirits is high. We in a different dimension right now, a different reality, a shift in time. Real talk. Today, I have to come share some of my P's and Q's activate vision. I want to talk about something that's being talked about on a regular basis right now. COVID-19. The coronavirus. Now I know it's been all over the news right now, and the reality is we are getting fed up with it. You know, we already done heard it. They're trying to put us in fear, which we should not be operating in fear right now. Real talk. You feel me? This is the time where you express that true you, that you that know who you are, but you never feel like it's necessary to be the full you. It's time to be that you right now. You dig? Now, the reality is that collectively, we don't know what's going on. Nobody knows everything. So, you know, regular people like me and you need to be sharing our ideas. I just want to share a few thoughts, because you know what's going on, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Even after it's over, it still won't be over. There's going to be a ripple effect, you know, aftershocks to this earthquake that's taking place, because it's damn near shaking up the whole earth. The whole planet is going through something right now. And one thing I like to say before we get started, I want to give a blessing of healing going out to the world, you know, to those who are suffering from any illness. But since we're talking about this COVID-19, to people suffering from that have, you know, got infected with this illness. You know, blessings of healing going out to you, and condolences go out to those who have lost somebody due to this situation. So boom, the coronavirus hit. People not taking it seriously. It's a game. Ha ha ha, he he he. You know what I'm saying? Then what happens? You got that dude that played for the Utah Jazz. He going around touching mics, doing the most, you know, thinking it's a game, making a joke of it. What happens? He end up infected. His team member end up getting infected. A few other people in the NBA gets infected. KD gets infected. Boom, what happens? NBA shut down. So now that we have no more NBA, the NHL shut down. They're even talking about the Olympics maybe postponed to a later date. They're saying July as of right now, so that's real crazy. So boom, now everybody taking it seriously because the NBA shut down. Now what's happening? People buying up all the guns and motherfucking goddamn buying up all the ammo. They buying up the water. Who's scarce? The paper towel, the canned food, the motherfucking toilet tissue. Man, you see this shit? This is crazy. This used to be the tissue aisle, and I ain't bullshitting. Yeah. Tissue. Like you can wipe your ass to safety somewhere. Man, come on now. Shit is crazy. But anyway, following that, a few well-known people end up saying that they tested it for the Rona. You know what I mean? We all know Idris Elba. Did I pronounce his name right? I'm not sure. But he contracted it, said he was feeling fine. You know, he had his wife in the background. You know what I mean? Getting a little selfie video thing popping. Next thing you know, excuse me, she got the Rona. Bam. So, you know, they say they're feeling fine, they're self-isolating and things of that nature, and they're doing well up until this day. Another person, Tom Hanks, he gets it. Him and his wife, as a matter of fact. And but he supposedly has some type of symptoms at first, and As of now, he said he's feeling better, him and his wife, as they self-isolate. They're out there in Australia right now filming a movie. And when it comes to movies, there's been a lot of movies and other media productions that have been shut down due to the situation. And another thing about Australia, there was a thing going on with bats. Hella bats out there. So many bats that they was so heavy on the trees, they was knocking trees down, scratching kids. And you know, bats hold a lot of diseases and things of that nature, different levels of bacteria. For some reason, they're immune to it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. And it was a lot of fires going on in Australia as well too lately. So we don't know. Maybe they was burning up bats. I don't know, trying to keep that down. And maybe that fire mixed with the bats, with the virus and the bacteria, it made the disease go airborne. I don't know. Conspiracy theory? You be the judge. Now, let's sip some tea. Y'all dig? Let's sip a little tea in this bad boy. I'm supposed to drink it like this? It's just regular. I got some ginseng and some echinacea and some key lime to alkaline the water. Activation. Are you on your P's and Q's? Am I? The biggest thing taking place right now in the world, the biggest topic, the biggest movement, the only defense that we have against COVID-19 is called social distancing. This is the craziest shit I ever seen before. The whole world on lockdown, everybody going in the house. Excuse my French, but motherfuckers is in the house right now. Niggas is in the house. And in the name of our great brother, Cat Williams, this shit right here.
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here. This shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
Nigga, this shit right here is shut down. Lockdown. No movement at this moment. So you got places like Times Square, Ghost Town. You know, it puts me in the mind that the fact that we're complying so well, you know, going along with the plan, it feel like we're blind sheep being led to the slaughterhouse by the shepherd. I mean, shit, we just doing anything they tell us to do. Real talk. They out here rocking us to sleep with simple shit. Wash your hands. Don't put your hands in your face. You feel me? Keep your 6 feet distance away from people. Become anti-human. Basically. You feel me? And it seemed like this is the only solution. Now look at us. We're afraid to hug each other. We're afraid to shake hands. Motherfuckers don't even want to give the elbow dab now. Everything is extra sanitized and double wiped down, and everybody rocking the face mask and the glove joints. I was on the bus the other day. The bus driver had the mask on and the gloves. I'm the only person on the bus the whole way there. I felt so awkward. I said, damn, I was on the bus for about 30 minutes, and this was around 5 o'clock in the evening, on a Saturday, Saturday evening. So shit, it's very clear to me that something's going on. Now, this is creating a reality that's going to be hard to recover from. Imagine when this is all over, you know, and after practicing social distancing, after this experiencing, our mind will be literally transformed into a totally different processing center. You know, a whole new level of paying attention. You will have a whole new way of thinking. The spirit of we are all one is losing its grip at this moment. We are shifting into true individuals. Self-preservation. The root chakra is fully activated. So right now, all we see is red. Anything outside of my 6-foot radius can harm me. So I must protect thyself. You dig? So, back up. Back up. because I don't want to get the Rona, but I also don't want to get it because I don't want to harm any other loved ones that I may be around. You feel me? So this individualism is going to grow, and the only normalized space to be in is going to be at the house. But the messed up part is, all it takes is for one family member, not thinking too much about it, go to the grocery store, grab the wrong basket, forget to wash them hands, come home, and high five a family member.
Give me a high five.
All right, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite. That is.
And boom, now the infection is in your house. So yeah, even though we looking out for each other from abroad, it's gonna be a while for us to get back used to dealing with people face to face and hand by hand. You know what I mean? We will never be the same again after this. It'll be a while before you have the comfort to deal with others that come into your radius. Dabs and all that. Shaking hands, signing contract, taking people pen. All those basic things are gonna change. Everything is gonna change. We'll never be the same after this. No more, hey my nigga, let me hit the drink. Yeah. Hey brother, pass the joint on the right hand side. No, not no more. I mean, some people don't give a shit, but there are those that didn't care in the past. They definitely gonna care now. You feel me? We're gonna start to see humans differently. Everything is crazy. But it's funny because we've always known that bacteria, germs, and viruses can be passed through human interaction. But we never gave a shit. We didn't really care. We risque. I mean, think about it. Think about sex. Are there any adults in here? Let's keep it 100. How many times that thing break? I mean, even with using that thing, something can happen. But we be like, fuck it. Desire over responsibility. But shit, when it comes to that, we be like, oh man, that won't happen to me. But this Rona, you believe you can get this Rona. Believe that. Shit. Am I right or am I wrong? Are you on your P's and Q's? Am I? Hello. Anyway, what I can say is that at least people are studying how to build up their immune system, and they are becoming more interested in their internal health and enhancing their internal beauty. You feel me? Speaking of that internal health and internal beauty, one of our best defenses, besides all the social distancing, is building up our immune system. I came across a video that shared 7 plants or fruits, vegetables, whatever, that can help us build up our immune system. I'm gonna run through these real quick because I'm not the expert. The video will be at the bottom actually, so let's go into them real quick. So we have bell peppers. They're high in vitamin C. We have coconuts, good for hydration. They're anti-mucus and antitoxins. We have, of course, we need vitamin D. If you can't be out in the sun and get it naturally, like they are in Africa, we can use melons, avocado, apricots, and asparagus. Another powerful plant is turmeric. It's an antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It's anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. You can put it in your tea, your smoothies, and you can cook it in your food. Of course, we need our greens: kale, spinach, arugula, and watercress. Another is pumpkin and pumpkin seeds. They're very high in zinc, which is very powerful for you. Another one, the 7th one, is going to be bananas. Good in vitamin B, B6. I'm not sure if it has B12, but I know for sure, the vitamin B, it helps with your brain function and your nervous system, give you balance in those areas. So look that up. Google other things to help yourself build up your immune system and get on your P's and Q's and stay on them. You dig? Now, speaking of the healthy diets and building up your immune system, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Sebi, who taught us to eat electric food for an electric body. Rest in peace to that brother. Rest in power. Another brother just passed away. Another good holistic healer. His name was Dr. Laila Africa. He was real heavy. Look that brother up. He just passed on and went into the next dimension. So peaceful journey into the next realm, King. Peace. But yeah, you know, getting on your healthy tip is the bright side of the whole thing. Another bright thing is that, you know, if you are one that have been laid off, and hopefully you're going to get your employment or the stimulus check that they're talking about, we'll get into that later. You could take this time, take advantage of it to work on those things that you've been thinking about, something that you've been wanting to do, something you've been wanting to create, build, destroy, get rid of. You know what I mean? Take the time to look into that. You could do some spring cleaning, you know, get your house in order, get yourself in order. Have you some you time. You feel me? Work out, meditate, visualize, create the new you plan while you can. Because we always talk about, oh, I don't have time. If I had time, I'd do this. Prove it to yourself. Do yourself a favor in moments like this. Anyway, in the midst of all this, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and share this information if you feel that it's valuable. I want to switch lanes real quick since we are talking about the coronavirus. And I want to share a few things that's going on out there. As of Friday, March 20th, the government wants 80 million persons in the United States to stay their ass at home, to self-isolate, social distancing. The main states they're focusing on is California, New York, Washington, Illinois, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Now, in America, I'm going to talk about America. I'm not going to go into the whole world right now. So, in these U.S.'s of A's, right now, 52,718 people have been infected. 371 have recovered. 705 people have passed on to the next dimension. Blessings. Now, this may be sad, but we do know that the basic yearly seasonal flu kills way more people, like way more than what's going on right now. But, you know, I took some time to look into it, and the reason that we're having a big panic over the coronavirus is because with the flu, we've been dealing with it for years, which influenza, I believe that's the proper term. We've been dealing with it for years. We have home remedies, we have vaccines, we have different medications to deal with it. Now with this COVID-19, which is a new case of coronavirus, a new strand of coronavirus, there's no treatment for it besides the basic hospitalization. So that's why, oh yes, and also because of how fast it's spreading right now, and the deaths and all that. Obviously, it's an effective thing going on. At this moment, I would like to give a shout out to all the nurses out there that are putting their life on the line to care for people that are being infected. You know, even the nurses that are just in a hospital doing multiple jobs, working those 12-hour shifts around the clock. I want to give a good shout out to them. You know what I mean? Peace, love, and balance. And blessings of healing surround you as well. Now, another few realities I want to dig on since we're talking about this COVID-19 is we're really low on medical supplies. But recently, Trump said that they'll be having those supplies shipped out this week. You know, masks, face shields, gloves, you know, things to cover the body, all those different things, the basic things that people need to keep it going. Now, speaking about Trump, he tested negative for the Rona. Mike Pence, the vice president, he got tested too. He came out negative. But there is a senator. I don't know if you know who he is, but his name is Rand Paul. He tested positive. So in the political world, this is sage. In the political world, it's starting to hit home. And another interesting individual, your boy Harvey Weinstein, is positive for COVID-19. Now, do you think they gonna keep him out of jail? Cause y'all know why he went to jail for all that madness, right? You think he gonna use this as an excuse, or they'll use this as an excuse to keep him out of jail so that he don't affect all the inmates? Looking like some bullshit to me. Shit. Seems like all these celebrities and famous people getting sick, but they recovering pretty well to me. Why is that? They got better treatment or what? For the employees that are not working, for the large and small businesses that are affected, they will be getting a stimulus package, supposed to be worth over $2 trillion. They're just waiting for it to be fully pushed through. They already created the bill and all that. It's supposed to help out with unemployment and loans and things of that nature for different companies that are affected. They're saying that the common amount that a family will be getting is about $1,000 per adult, $500 for children, and a household of 4 can receive up to $3,000 in funding. You know, anybody get that DM talking about go to, what was it, 2020census.gov to fill out a form or something to get your stimulus check? Hell, I was gonna do it a lot of shit. I might as well try, but you know, I found out it was a hoax, so y'all can put that away. Evictions right now are being put on hold in certain areas, and landlords, they have to waive any late fees. And when it comes to stores, the only stores that should be open are grocery stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and other food supplies and other supplies stores that people need to do regular functional things. As far as testing goes, they have drive-through testing. For the most part, they want you to have symptoms, headache, fever, dry cough, flu-like symptoms. They prefer some people to be over 65 years old. You have to have a temperature of 99.6 or more, and if so, you just sign a consent form. You get swabbed up, and you're going about your merry way. They were talking about limiting the testing zones to hospitals because of their short on supplies. So, but supposedly they're supposed to be getting that stuff this week, like I said earlier. Now, one thing to think about: the National Guard has been activated under FEMA and funded by the feds. This is called Title 32. What is that? Basically, it's when the National Guard is on full-time duty in a specific area, and the governor of that area gets approval from the presidential office to create operational homeland defense activities. That's a whole list of things. Basically, they could do whatever they got to do what they got to do. So yeah, are they going to use the National Guard not only for general labor, but also to enforce social distancing? I don't know. And not to get too heavy into all the conspiracy theory stuff, but this would be the perfect time for them to implement, the New World Order stuff. We got the Real ID Act coming up. People dying. We're being self-quarantined. They can disperse people that are in large gatherings. No protesting. Forced vaccinations for people that want to go to work, children that want to go back to school, people that want to get back into college. If you want that stimulus money to continue, gotta take that shot. We don't know. Anyway, some other conspiracies, that are floating around out there. Let's get into them. This whole xenophobia, people being afraid of Asians and giving them the pointy finger. Ooh. It's a myth. They didn't create the damn virus. You feel me? They are not the only people that can pass it around. The packages coming from China don't got the coronavirus on it. It's not transferred through food. None of that. Because, at first, Trump was calling it the China virus. That was fucked up. Regular masks don't work. It has to be a grade N95 mask to be effective, because a regular mask, the COVID-19 is transferred through droplets, like achoo, like sneezing, like nasty. Wipe your hands, mucus, stuff like that. It spreads because the droplets sit on top of things and get transferred through the air, and the droplets are small enough to go through the weaved fabric of a basic mask, so that doesn't work. Your girl Carrie Hilson came out and said that 5G is causing this whole sickness thing. She said, these are her remarks. People have been trying to warn us for years about 5G. There's been petitions, organizations, and studies that's been taking place. She said these are effects of radiation. She said 5G launched in China, and boom, people start getting sick out there. She said, why do you think it's not happening in Africa? Because that is not a 5G region. She went in on that. There's a bunch of videos about 5G, so y'all take the time to check that off if you feel the need to do so. And one last thing about this whole conspiracy thing. You know, Bill Gates came out and spoke on a virus that will be hitting in a couple years that would cause a lot of, you know, fatalities. And he didn't really say what it would be specifically. He just said that we wouldn't be prepared for it. Because some say that, you know, we're prepared for war, but we're not prepared for a pandemic. But anyway, with all that being said, don't want to be too gloomy and doomy. The bottom line is, people, we done been through a lot of stuff, you know, in our own personal life, within our own households, our own jobs, our own children. We can't let this one thing change our humanity. Don't become savages in case this thing gets out of hand. Stay strong, stay focused. Stay on your P's and Q's and fully activated. Yeah, but anyway, man, if y'all feeling the video, like, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video. You know, you can support this channel by checking out some of my handcrafted, handmade jewelry. It's called Authentic Jewels, P's and Q's, made by me. Anyway, the links are below. You guys have a beautiful day and a beautiful night. Peace, love, and balance. I'll catch y'all on the next one.